Okay, so this method too, regarding the solving of the modulus function is going to be really easy. Previously, we were just doing a square both side, and we expand the thing, and we just solve that, right? Now, the other way of solving this type of question, this type of modulus function question, is you can replace the modulus with a bracket, and you can apply plus and minus sign um, with any of the sides, right? So अच्छा जी कलर हमारे पास है पिंक एंड पता नहीं कौन सा चल रहा था ग्रीन ओके so we are saying that the method 2 says um, replace the replace the modulus with brackets and put plus and minus sign, okay, um, at any side, right? एक second. Um, there you go. Okay, so now if we apply this in a question, so let's say I have this similar question, or hmm, okay, let's say the question is from May June June 2016 and June 2016 variant 33 question number 1, right from the paper. Okay, and I have the inequality 2 modulus x minus 2 and greater than modulus 3x plus 1. आशीष ब्रो लेक्चर देख के आ रहे हो?
जी जी सर देख लियो।
पूरा देख लिया पक्की बात
जी सर बस अभी भी खत्म किया था।
है भाई यहाँ से अब गौर से सुनो, ये एक नई चीज़ है जो कि जो है उसी की दूसरी चीज़ है, सही है, मतलब उसका मेथड है। तो इसको ज़रा देख लो, ये भी समझ में आ जाएगा, और जो कुछ जो पुराने इश्कालात हैं आपके वो भी खत्म हो जाएंगे। ओके, अच्छा जी, सो खैर, if we apply this method in this question, so what we have to do is we just need to replace the modulus with a bracket, okay, greater than sign, and you can do plus and minus 3x plus 1. Is that clear, guys? This is the method. Now, after that, the inequality is really simple, right? Okay. So now let's solve it. So 2x minus 4, okay, you have to consider it once as a positive, right? 3x plus 1, okay, and you have to consider once in a negative sign, okay. So if we solve for the positive, so I'll get negative 5 is greater than um gosh, Okay. So negative 5, okay, negative 5, and that become negative 1, I think. No, 1, 1x, right? So negative 5 is greater than x. Okay, so this is one critical value, and the other critical value is going to be 2x minus 4 is greater than, and you have to put the negative sign with both of the things, right? And you'll get the things done. अच्छा जी. So 3x and 4 minus 1. So 5x and that become 3. So x is greater than 3, right? 3 over 5, right? So now you have two options. अच्छा जी. Okay. You can do one thing, and that is you just start putting the values in X, okay, and find out which values follow the inequality, right? And you'll make the range and you'll answer the question, right? Um, yes. One of the values negative 5 and the other value is greater than 3 upon 5. सही हो गया for okay. अच्छा, अगर हम इसको कर लें, if we just start putting the values, so if we have negative 5, so just put negative 4 and negative 6 in, right? So if you put negative 4, okay, negative 2 इधर आ गया, and 3 times plus 1, okay. So if you put negative 5, okay, and negative 5 here, so that become negative 7, and 7 and 14 is greater than 3 times 5, 15, and 14, right? So this is not making sense, right? So you have to put either a smaller value or a larger value, right? Because the critical values won't make sense anyway, okay? So if we put negative 4, so negative 4 and negative 4, so that become negative 6 and positive 6, 12. So 12 from this side is greater than 3, 4 is a 12, minus 12 plus 1, 11. So, so 12 is greater than 11. So yes, it is true for the smaller values, right? Right. So which means, okay, if all the values greater than lesser than 5, sorry, greater than 5 is acceptable, right? So negative 4 is giving me the answer. If I put negative 6, so and negative 6, so negative 6, negative 6, negative 2, negative 8 times 2, acha, negative 8 modulus gives me positive 8 times 2, 16 is greater than um, 24 negative and minus plus 23, okay. So 16 is not greater than 23, right? So which means the value greater than that is not valid, right? So any value of x lesser than 5 or negative 5 would be acceptable, okay? Not lesser than, actually greater than, because the negative 4, negative 3, negative 2 gives the answer, but not the greater value, right? So this means that x can be greater than negative 5, right? First thing, this is the answer, okay? Now, if you consider this as your answer, so it should be smaller than that, right? Or let's see. So 3 over 5 is zero point 0.6, okay? So if you put zero point 0.4 and you put zero point 0.8, point maybe 6, okay, zero point 0.8. So let's say if we put zero point 0.4, okay, smaller value. So zero point 0.4 plus negative 2 gives me negative negative 1.6, okay, positive 1.6, 3.2 from this side, and greater than zero point 0.4, um, zero point 0.4 here times 3, 1.2 plus 2.2, 2.2, right? So 3.2 is greater than 2.2, which means you have to go, everything is smaller than this, right? So you can check the value, you can check by placing the values in, and that way you'll get the answer, right? So the range is going to be x. Any value of x can be greater than negative 5 or smaller than 3 over 5, right? Is that clear? Acharya.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on to the next question. Try this one yourself. Um, June 2014, question number one. Okay, so the question says you have 3x, 3x minus 1, okay, modulus, and you have lesser than sign, and you have 2x plus 5 with a modulus. Okay, so use this method, okay? Just ignore the modulus and put plus minus sign at any side and solve, okay? Okay, just give it a try, go ahead. Guys, done? Yes. But you guys are getting anyone anything? 5x. Okay. And less than -6. Sorry, 4. Okay.
ये सर यही आ रहा है दोनों में.
Okay, bye. So -5/4, right? So now we have to verify which option is going to be valid for the inequality, right? So 3, sorry, 3 and then -1, okay, and is less than 2 and then 5. Yeah, we have to put the value, right? So in place of x, the first value is 6. Okay, so I can put 5. Okay, and 5 here. Okay, so 3 5s are 15 minus 1 14. 14 is less than 5 2s are 10 plus 15. Yes, 14 is less than 15. So anything smaller than 6 would be acceptable, right? And 4 or 5 is zero point 0.8, right? So if we go to 1, let's say, so let's see will it work or not, right? So 3 and then -1 modulus less than 2 and then we have plus 5. Okay, come on, चला गया. So अगर हम यहाँ पे if we put 3 and then -1, okay, and -1 modulus less than 2 and then -1 and then plus 5, right? So and we have the modulus right here as well. Okay, so -3 -4 is less than 3, right? So -4 is less than 3, so yes, it is making sense. Okay, so you can say that any value is smaller than 6 or any value greater than -4 or 5 will be our inequality, right? So x could be any value lesser than 6, okay, and greater than -4 or 5, okay. So any value is smaller than the greater value and greater than the smaller value is the answer, right? Okay, there are some questions that are not solvable with the first method. Okay, so we always have to use the second method in those type of questions. Okay, let's say I have a question that came in June 2014. Okay, and 32. Okay, question number 1 of the paper. Okay, and that says x plus 2a. Okay, is less than, sorry, x plus 2a is greater than 3 and then x minus a, right? This is the inequality, right? Now you can solve. So either you can, if you square both sides and you expand and solve, so you won't be able to solve because a and x both get squared and then it would be difficult for you to solve, right? So a better way of solving this is just to put the plus and the minus sign with any of the signs, okay, and solve, right? So if we take a plus sign, so that become x plus 2a is less than 3x minus 3a, okay. Solving that, you'll get 5a is equals to x, first answer, right? And the second answer is going to be um x plus 2a is greater than -3x and plus 3a, right? So, wait, yep. So solving that, it will give me 4x and is a, right? So x is greater than a over 4, right? So I'm getting two answers, a over 4, right? And fine. if I make, let's say if I make the sketch, because sketching the function would help me determine my range. Okay, so just consider the two function as a separate one. Okay, so the first one would be x plus 2a. Yeah, okay, let me just draw it here. So y equals modulus x plus 2a. Okay, and a modulus sign. And we have another function. Um, the other function says that y equals to 3 and modulus x minus a. Okay, and modulus close. Okay, and we have this as the function. Okay, so these are the two values. Okay, if they're considering a as 1. Okay, if you wait, if you change the value of a, so the both graph move right and left. Okay, and you can also see their intersection point. Okay, so at a equals to 0, they both are origin, and um they're exactly the same, right? Just the difference in the gradient, right? And if we consider any one, let's say a negative value would shift. Okay, let's say just a 1. Okay, and or any other value. Okay, so this is the first one, this is the second value. So a should be, or x should be, lie in between these two values where the intersection is, right? Whether wherever I can take that, right? Okay, Ajo. So we can say that x would be um mm, 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 sorry, there should be 2, so divided by 2 भी होना चाहिए. Okay, because taking 3x, so 2x, okay, and 5, and 5. So it should be smaller than 5 over 2 and greater than 1 over 4. Okay, and both contain a, right? Okay, moving on to another question. Okay, by the way, the chapter is done, so we're just doing the questions. Okay, and probably tomorrow we'll start the new chapter. So the question says that we have um June 2013. Okay, 31. Question number 3. Okay, and the question says that x minus 2 is equal to 1 over 3x, right? Now, if we solve, so either you can square both sides or you can just solve simply by putting the plus and minus sign. So x minus 2 is equal to plus 1 over plus x over 3, right? And the other thing is going to be x minus 2 is equals to negative x over 3, right? So it would be x minus x over 3 is equals to 2, right? So 3x minus x, so 2x over 2, 2x over 3, okay, over 3 is equals to 2, and x would be equals to, canceling the things from the right hand side and left hand side doesn't leave 0 here, okay? It will be 1 always, right? So it will be 3 from this side, and if you solve that, so it will be x over 3 is equals to 2, and then 3 4x over 3 is equals to 2, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, and x is equals to 3 upon 2, right? So I am getting the one value as this. Are you guys getting the same? Yes,
Yeah.
perfect, fine. Okay, so moving on to Shri. Excellent. Okay, another question. Okay, another question says, um, anything different? Acha. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so June 2010, 32, question number 5. एक सेकंड बाद हो गया. Question number 1. So the question is, x plus 3a, okay, plus 3a, and 2 is greater than, okay, this side is greater than x plus 1, okay. Wait a second, x plus caa is greater than 2, and then x minus 2a. Wait, गलती हो गई, x minus 2a. हाँ जी, solve it please. Yes, anyone getting the answer? Is anybody getting the answer? Hashir, Irfan, Marfia.
Rick, what? What are
क्या चीज?
3a plus 4? 2.
3a plus 4. आपका एक आंसर ऐसा आ रहा है, ओके, और दूसरा?
Hmm. दूसरा 3a minus 4 upon minus 3.
अरे सॉल्व तो कर गद्दू. तो कुछ सॉल्व ही नहीं होता.
Sir, I'm getting one answer. 7a greater than x, and the other one is x is greater than a over 3.
Okay. अच्छा जी. Irfan, any answer you're getting? I should say good luck now, please. So x.
Sir,
Hmm.
I didn't understand this question. Could you do it?
Okay. So plus or minus 2x minus 2a. Okay. Sorry. And if you solve, so the first one would be 3a.
मैंने क्वेश्चन ही गलत कॉपी कर लिया था.
Oh, 2x and then 4a plus 4a plus or minus 4a. Okay, so that become 7a and okay, so this is the first one. Okay, the second one is going to be actually x is less than 7 and the other one would going to be x plus 3a is less than negative 2x and negative positive 4a, right? So solving that become 3x, right? Taking 2x to the other side. So 3x and 3x is is greater than 3a, sorry. Just a, I think. Yes, just a. Okay, so x is going to be a over 3. Okay. So over here, x is less than 7a, and over here, x is greater than a over 3. So your range would going to be x is less than 7a and greater than a over 3, right? Is it making sense? Yes.
Sir, why didn't you add plus or minus to the x plus 3a as well? Because both modulus signs, right?
You have to add from at one of the side you have to add plus or minus sign, right?
Oh, not for both?
No,
Okay.
not for one. Because if you
ये
add
इस
बोलो बोलो
नहीं आप बता दें पता.
मैं कह रहा हूँ if you add plus and minus at both of the side then it will get cancelled out so it won't work, right? Clear?
ये कैसे डिसाइड करते हैं कि x किससे बड़ा या छोटा है.
ये बता रहे हैं ना डायरेक्ट डायरेक्ट देखो ना कि if you write that way so x is smaller than 7a, okay, and
हम्म.
x is greater than a over 3, right, which mean this has to be a greater number and this sorry x is
ओके
greater
ओके
than a
उसमें
over
इसी में
3.
लिखा हुआ है.
हाँ तो मतलब आप उसको
तो
just
इसलिए हम उसमें मिला के लिखते
you just need to rearrange or rearrange the thing so वो उसी में आंसर आ जाएगा, right? अच्छा जी. So one more thing. Okay, last question. The last question is from June 26 and question number 2. Fine. So question says 2x is greater than x minus 1. Okay. Now, okay, please try to solve it. Yes. Any answer?
Yeah, I have one answer. X
Mhm.
is greater than -1, and the other answer is x is greater than 1 over 3.
Okay. So you are saying,
यही आंसर है।
okay, चलो हम भी लिख लेते हैं डायरेक्ट. So x is x is greater than -1, right? And x is greater than 1/3. ऐसे ही आ रहा है, right?
जी।
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
Hmm. Now, what will be your range? What will be the range of your answer? Because if you draw it on the number line, so it would be
तो
1/3
ग्रेटर
would
होता है।
be here and this is here, right? So ये यहाँ से इसको जा रहे हैं and this is moving from this to the other way, right? Yes. Do we have to consider 1/3 or -1 or both?
ग्रेटर देन -1 कर दे।
Okay, and or smaller than 1/3?
कुछ नहीं, वो भी आ जाएगा ना इसमें। ये दोनों अगर दोनों लिख दे, ग्रेटर देन -1, ग्रेटर देन 1/3।
Hmm. Hmm. अच्छा अगर हम वेट एक मसला लग रहा है. If we consider if we put 0, so 0, wait, 0 is greater than 1. Okay, so negative, acha, if I put 0 in it, so it's not giving a correct answer. So this means this value or this region is not acceptable, right? So because after -1 there'll be 0, right? So if I put 0 in, so 0 is not making sense. Okay, and if you just put 1, so 2 from this side and 0 from that side. Okay, 1 and -1, 0. So that become 2 is greater than 0, so 1 is making sense. And if I put 2, okay, acha, basically 1/3 is basically 0.333, right? And if you put 1, so it's basically somewhere right here, right? So any value greater than this is making sense, but any value greater than -1, like in this region, is not making sense, right? If I put the smaller value, a -2 value, so 2 and then -2, okay, and then -2, -1, 3. So -4 is greater than 3, right? So this is also not making sense, right? So if I consider -1, so any value greater than -1 till 1/3 and smaller than -1 is not making sense at all. But any value greater than 1/3 is making sense. So you just ignore this one and you have to select that one, and this will be your final answer, right? Clear? That's it. Okay, so this is the first topic of the first chapter. Okay, now inshallah in tomorrow's class we'll be doing polynomials. Okay, and then we'll move forward. Okay.
तो इसके पास पेपर वगैरह करना है।
जी जी भाई, I'll provide the password inshallah. Okay, चल. चल जी, okay बच्चों, take care. हाफिज.
Uh,
Office.
हाफिज हाफिज.